What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL, and welcome back to another Prizepicks video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're going to love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I am back at propsmadeeasy.com where we have advanced data-driven tools to help you make the smart choices on plays. Now, regardless whether that ends up coming to fruition, it is gambling. But at the end of the day, Props Made Easy can put you on the smart plays based off of data, a ton of data. Biggest Props Made Easy is partnered with the biggest data company in all of sports betting. So we are getting legitimate data into these tools to make sure that you guys know the most like solid place based off of the data. Now, and then you can pair those up with what your own gut's feeling or whatever you want to do. But utilizing Props Made Easy is a very good option if you want to have success in prop betting. All right, props made easy. Only $15 a month, by the way. You got the platform where you can talk to other people about ideas throughout the day, all that good stuff, man. So let's get straight into it. If you guys are interested in daily fantasy sports, my company, greenlightdfs.com, we have been dominating MLB DFS over there. And we have NBA tonight as well that we almost got the takedown on game one of the finals. So you can go over to Props Made Easy. You can find DFS content right here. It'll bring you over to my site, greenlightdfs.com, where I post my personal price picks and then the DFS optimals and stuff like that. So if you're interested in that stuff. Anyway, let's get straight into it. NBA, we got game two of the finals today. Um, Man, game one was a good, inclination on what we're going to see throughout this playoffs. Not only am I going to talk about a few guys who are popping hard on the tool, but I'm also going to talk about guys that I kind of just feel that should do well here. You know what I mean? I'm going to combine kind of what the tool is saying and what I'm feeling for me. Um, Butler had a fairly mediocre game one. He didn't do that great. He did okay. He put up in multiple categories, so he wasn't like a complete bum or anything like that. But he definitely had a down game to his standards. Only scored 13 points, but he was on the floor for 38 minutes, which is great. Um, I expect him to surpass his 48.5 fantasy score here. They're really going to need Jimmy Butler to have an amazing series to clear this, to beat Denver. Denver is very good. They can't have Jimmy Butler scoring 13 points. It's not going to work out well for him. I get it, Aaron Gordon is a solid defender, but Jimmy Butler's going to have to find a way. Miami is going to find a way to get Jimmy Butler to be able to put the ball in the basket more often this game. So I'm expecting a bounce back performance out of Jimmy Butler and a very good game for him. So not only am I feeling personally like Jimmy Butler's going to bounce back in this matchup, but the data also has him projected over 50. So Jimmy Butler over fantasy score of 48.5. Now, the best regular prop type that you could go with when it comes to this is Aaron Gordon's PRA at 21.5. Dude looked fantastic. Miami didn't have an answer for him. Now, are they going to adjust? They should. But at 21.5 for a PRA, it still feels fairly good to me. The thing with Aaron Gordon has always been he's going to play damn near 40 minutes a game. Like, that's why the tool has always liked Aaron Gordon because at the end of the day, he's going to be on the floor enough to be able to have more opportunity. And when in sports betting, the main thing you want is opportunity. Another good prop type that you could go with is Michael Porter's over field goals attempted of 13.5. Michael Porter also had a solid game one. And 13.5 feels a little low. I mean, he attempted 16 shots in game one. I'm expecting another solid shooting performance out of Michael Porter Jr. as well. So at 13.5, that's fairly low for us. We have him at almost 17 shots attempted. So Jimmy Butler over fantasy score, and then we're going to go ahead and go Aaron Gordon over 21.5 PRA. Have him at 24.59 PRA. That's a 3.09 differential. Vegas likes the over 21.5, and so do we. So love the Aaron Gordon over PRA, and then we're going to pair that up with Jimmy Butler over 48.5 fantasy score. I think Jimmy Butler bounces back tonight. Any hockey? No hockey. Baseball. All right, for baseball today, one spot I'm really liking is Christian Yelich. This matchup against Lively is fantastic for Yelich. Lefty-righty matchup against him, fantastic spot for him. And he's only at a 7.5 prop line. That just feels too low. We haven't projected over 10 today. We expect Christian Yelich to have a big game. Fantastic spot for him with that lefty-righty matchup against Lively. All right, next choice. Rich Hill is popping over 4.5 for pitcher strikeouts. St. Louis will be without Wilson Contreras, who's a solid lefty hitter, so that gives him a little bit more of a bump. I normally don't pick on St. Louis with lefties, though. Just from my own gut, like most of the time, it feels like, you know, they're pretty good in that spot. I do like Brady Singer over 4.5 strikeouts against Colorado. As we know, Colorado on the road is a much different team than Colorado at home. Vegas likes the over very heavily. His projections at 5, 0.5 differential. So we haven't projected at 5. Vegas loves the over 4.5. I do like Brady Singer over 4.5. Let's see if there's any real quick. Let's see if there's any pitching outs that stick out to me. Stroman's under against San Diego does make sense. This is a tough matchup. Ben Lively under against Milwaukee, definitely. But we already have Yelich, and I don't believe you can pair those two guys together. Um, hmm. Brady Singer is also popping for his under. Hmm. Um. Man, this is a tough one. It's a tough one. Earn runs allowed. Let's see. Kyle Freeland over against Kansas City. I do like Kansas City today. Pitcher fantasy scores. Ooh, Stroman against San Diego. Stroman's expected to get rocked by San Diego today. Let's do that. Let's go under on Marcus Stroman, pitcher fantasy score. At his prop line's at 28.5. We have Stroman absolutely getting destroyed by San Diego today. So I really like the under on Stroman today. San Diego's at home. Stroman's done okay this season, but San Diego at home with all that, all them solid bats they got through that lineup. Yeah. Stroman on the road against this solid offense. I think that he's going to end up under the 28.5. All right. So under 28.5 fantasy score for Stroman. And then we're going to go over on Christian Yelich 7.5 hitter fantasy score. There's a lot of different options on the tool, though. So play with it. Look over all your favorite options. Whatever, matches the tool and what you're also feeling in your heart, rock with it, man. Guardians and Twins under. And then the best over is the Cardinals and Pirates so far today. All right, CSGO. At the top, we got Azuwu. Azuwu's prop line is at 36. We haven't projected at 40. That's a 4.22 differential. I like Zuwu's over, and then we're going to go with Torzai for Mouse against NC. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm saying these names right. Over 33.5 prop line. Projection at 36.64. 3.14 differential for him. Any crazy unders? Nothing crazy on the unders. Both of these guys are in solid spot. You can go with either one of these guys. They flip flop at the top of the tool right here. They're the same differential. You can go with either one of those guys. Yeah, you can go with either one. Azuwu is the main guy for this team, so I'm gonna stick with him and hope for the best with him. I get it; they're underdogs. I get it, but that does not really mean shit because remember the prop lines. The biggest misconception is people think, oh, if a team's going to lose, you got to play their unders. If a team's going to win, you got to play their overs. No. The prop lines are adjusted according to that. So that's why I like the overs on some of these projected losing teams because their prop lines are lower than they should be. They kind of bring them way back. So I'm going to, Azuwu over, and then we're going to go the Torzai over, maps 1 and 2 kills. WNBA at the top of the list, we've got Tiffany Hayes for Connecticut going against Dallas, PRA at 18.5. We have her projected at 23.15, 4.65 differential for Tiffany Hayes, going over for her. And then Kalia Cooper, PRA 23.5. We have her projected at 26.25 for her PRA, 2.75 differential for Kalia Cooper. There's some regular props that I'm really liking. I like Dewana Bonner's over rebounds at 4.5. What else? Anything? I do like Tiffany Hayes' points prop as well. There's many different options you can go, but according to the props tool, the PRA is the better value for Tiffany Hayes. But you can go any of her prop types; they're all popping today. She's expected to have a solid game. All right, and then soccer. Last but not least, let's take a look at what we got for soccer. We got Benzema over 3.5 shots on goal, and then Nicholas Jackson for Villarreal. Under 2.5 shots on goal. Projected 1.78, 0.72 minus 0.72 differential for Nicholas Jackson. So under on Nicholas Jackson shots, and then over on Kareem Benzema shots. All right, so let's do a recap on what we got for today. We've got the over on Jimmy Butler 48.5. I think Jimmy bounces back in this game. He had a toughish game one. I'm expecting him to bounce back in this one. I like the over 48.5 for Jimmy. And then when it comes to regular prop types, I've got Aaron Gordon over 21.5 PRA. Um, Once again, always this a big reasoning for Aaron Gordon is going to be how much time he's going to be on that court because of his defensive prowess. He's going to be on the court very heavily. So when a guy's playing 40 minutes, I mean, so much is possible for him. You know what I mean? So over 21.5 PRA for Aaron Gordon, over 48.5 fantasy score for Jimmy Butler. All right, MLB. We had the over on Christian Yelich at 7.5, and then we're grabbing the under on Marcus Stroman's pitcher fantasy score at 28.5. First inning runs tool. Let's see if anything's changed here. Okay, so the top under is now the Athletics and the Marlins as the best under that you can go with, and then the Cardinals and Pirates is still the best over that you can rock with. CSGO, we've got Azuwu as the over, maps 1 and 2 kills, and then Torzi over, maps 1 and 2 kills for him as well. And then we've got WNBA, Tiffany Hayes over PRA of 18.5. And then we have Kalia Cooper over 23.5 PRA for her. And then we are finishing off with soccer, Kareem Benzema over 3.5 shots, and then Nicholas Jackson under 2.5 shots. All right, y'all have an amazing Sunday. Let's get it. Let's rake up on Prizepicks, baby. Let's go. If you're interested in DFS, as always, go to DFS content at Prize Made Easy. It'll bring you over to my company, greenlightdfs.com, and you can get involved over there. Thank you guys for joining me as always, and I'm out. Peace.